And this is the iPAD NFK AED. So when you get the unit live, there's a few bits and pieces towards it. You have the instruction manual, which is worth reading. So, some people don't like reading instruction manuals, but definitely have a look through it to make sure you're fully familiar with it. The battery comes separate. We'll show you how to put that in a second. And you get an AED starter kit, which is where you've got all the bits and pieces to help, being your gloves, a resuscitation face shield, and razor and things like that. And that tucks in the front. Some clear information on the front, a little guidance card, and then the AED itself. It comes in this case, so you've got a nice case to keep it in, and then the unit itself is this. So looking on the basic bits, this is the pad section, so you can easily open that up. Along the top here is buttons where you can turn it from adult to child mode, so it's a very, very simple method, and the pads are the same pads when you use it with adult or child mode, but the placement is separate, but it clearly stays there on the pads themselves. You have the on-off button at the top. You then have the I button, which gives you information. So when the paramedics get there, you can push that and it will give them direct indication of how many shocks have been delivered. So it's quite an important thing for the paramedics to arrive. On the side, we have data port, infrared port on the side. And on the back, this is the main statutory information. It's always a good idea to take a photo of this, because also on here you've got the serial number, the data manufacturer, things like this. And if you're going to register your unit on the circuit, you're going to need some of this information. This hole up here is for the battery. So the battery itself comes separate, so it's not starting used until you put it in. So it's always worth noting what day you put the actual AED battery in. So maybe get an indelible marker or a little label printer and write the date of installation on the back of it. And also, I always think it's a good idea to take photos of everything, because then it's time-stamped on your phone, just in case you need it. So serial number and information with the batteries on here. If you just turn that around, you can see the connections, and these are the connections that go into the AED to deliver the power. So you'll see those connections there line up directly with these little contacts on here. Slide the battery in, the opposite end of the clip, hold it in where it is, and then just push it till it clicks. We then turn the unit over. You'll see the unit will just go through a quick self-test, just to make sure everything is functioning with the unit, and we know what's what.
Take out the pads.
And it will just run.
Press the flashing orange button now.
So what we'll do now is just open it up. It's going through the self-test.
Press the flashing orange button now.
So that's just proving that these buttons work. So we're pushing the I button here.
Press the flashing blue button.
What this is doing is it's making sure that all of the lights work. So you see the green light flashing there? That's just showing it's functioning okay. What we've got here, you can see that the pad going in here, they come pre-assembled. So it's always worth looking at the expiry date on the pads as well. So you know that the unit is all good. And you can set alerts when the pads are out. And again, if you're registering your AED on the circuit, you put that date on the circuit so that the unit, the system itself, the circuit will notify you. But try and always have your own internal alerts when things need changing. You see from here, it's a very clear system. So we've got number 1 on the case, which indicates to turn the unit on. Number 2 is clearly on the pads, and then number 3 we're looking at analysing on the shock side of things. So it's a very simple, easy unit. It's IP55 rated, so it's a very good quality unit. It was very robust, and it's a good AED if you want to start a unit, or one that's got loads of features with it, and it's a very good value unit. So once you've done the initial start test, just pop it back into the case, and the AED is ready to go. So put it in a safe place where everyone can see it, and then make sure everyone knows you've got it and where the actual AED is.